Hi, so today we're going to give away our secret recipe for bourbon barbecue sauce, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what we're calling it.
Mm-hmm.
And this was developed as another copycat. We have crumble cookie copycat, Papagino's copycat, and a hot dog Annie's barbecue sauce that they cook the hot dogs in, and that one's not ours. Somebody else gave that to us, so we're going to give this out today. And what this was for is when we used to date, way back when we were youngins, we would go out to the Piccadilly Pub a lot. People in central Massachusetts would know what that is, and they've since gone out of business, and we're long since left central Massachusetts. But whenever we would go, I would have the same thing every time, and the waitress would know, a bourbon chicken barbecue sandwich. And it came with onion rings on it, so maybe we're going to look into putting some onion rings on it. And then, it's no longer available, so Tammy worked really hard and came up with a sauce that is good or better than that. We're going to slip in a picture with us with our friends at the Piccadilly Pub. We had a little reunion there, give you an idea. And this video gave me fits. We had a lot of problems with the video. We had problems with the audio. I'm really kind of proud of myself that I was able to fix it and we're able to get a usable video, because you can't redo cooking videos. So
Yeah, and I also did the taping of how I make the chicken for the barbecue chicken sandwich. You can make it any way you want. I just want to give an idea for somebody who's maybe not really that much of a cook, how I make it. And you can also, cook the chicken on the grill or whatever. We don't tend to like chicken on the grill because it gets kind of dry, but this is just how I make it, and wanted to share that.
it gives me an idea.
What?
I bet we could put this on a pulled pork sandwich. It would be a really excellent sauce for that.
Yeah, well, we never really made pulled pork. How would we make that?
Oh, I think it's simple. We just go ahead and cook the pork like a piece of pork like we were making Rocky. And then when it's done, instead of cutting it apart, we'll just shred it.
Yeah, just the pork in the crock pot. Yeah.
And I mean, you can put this stuff on your own bread. My wife makes it, so it's wonderful too. Everything is just so wonderful. We eat so good. And keep in mind that we're not gourmet chefs. This is home cooking, reasonable cost, and excellent flavor.
Yeah.
So, all right, so let's get cooking.
I start with a 1/4 cup of pineapple juice, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, and then we have apple cider vinegar, and that's also 2 tablespoons. So I have cornstarch, and that's 1 tablespoon. I'm going to use a different tablespoon since this is a dry ingredient. You just want to mix that in. Now I have brown sugar, and that's 2 tablespoons. And kind of pack it down. That in a little bit. Now 1 tablespoon of ketchup. And 1 tablespoon of the Kentucky Bourbon barbecue sauce. And the last thing is just 2 tablespoons of water. Just mix that up really well. And then we're going to bring that over to the stove and I'll show you how to cook the sauce. I'm going to add these to the pan. And then I'm just going to turn the burner on to high. And then just stir it every so often. It'll come to a boil. And then once it comes to the boil, you're going to turn the heat off and continue to stir it for maybe about 30 seconds. Okay, so it's just been a few minutes, maybe about 3 minutes, and it is coming up to a boil now. And just start stirring it. You'll notice the color starts getting a little bit darker. That's the cornstarch thickening it. So I'm going to turn the burner off. Continue to stir it. Okay. Now you want to remove it from the heat. Put the lid on it. And just push it off the burner. Okay, so now I have the chicken breast. And I already sliced this to fillet it. It's just one chicken breast. And I just filleted it into 2 pieces. And what we're going to do is I have this seasoning I like to use. It's orange pepper. And I season the chicken first before I put the cornstarch on that on both sides. One hand with a glove on because I'm holding raw chicken. The other hand doesn't have. And I'm just going to add some cornstarch, probably maybe about a 1/4 cup to the bag here. And I just use a Ziploc bag. Now just coat the chicken with the cornstarch. All right, and now I have my pan, and I'm just going to add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil to the frying pan. And turn the burner on high. We'll just let that warm up for a couple minutes before we add the chicken in. All right, so now my pan's hot enough. You can just kind of hold your hand to hover over to, if you feel the heat coming off, then you know that the oil is warm enough. And I have my filleted chicken breast here, so I'm just going to add that to the pan. And we're going to cook that for a few minutes on each side. And then what I do is I take the chicken breast out of the pan and actually put it on a baking sheet with the meat thermometer and finish cooking it in the oven. Flip the chicken over. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention is I do have the oven preheated. I have it at 375. And I'm just going to move the chicken breast out of the pan onto the baking sheet.
We're back from slaving over the stove.
Well, the chicken came out of the oven, but unfortunately we had a little problem with the taping where it wasn't on camera, so that didn't really come out very good. So I'm just going to kind of give an update on just cook the chicken till it's 165. We use a meat thermometer, and that's pretty much all you need to do. And like Paul said, I make homemade rolls. You can use any type of roll you want, but the sauce is fabulous.
Yeah, slather that sauce on. Don't scrimp on the sauce, and it's pretty cheap to make and pretty easy, you know.
Yeah, and once you have all the ingredients on hand, you can make many sauces. It only takes 2 tablespoons of everything you use. So.
And I guess there's a pulled pork sandwich coming up on.
We got another video to make.
Okay, take care. Thanks for watching.
Okay, bye.